What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Taishogun, The Rise of Emperor on the PlayStation 4. Now the last trophy that I do have to get is Kamaitachi, which is to defeat Kamaitachi. I had been looking for this boss for a decent amount of time while playing the game. This boss actually will not show up as one of those red shapes that show you where all of the other bosses are. It does have a set spawn location in the same location or same map every single time. So anyway, with all of that being said, let's get right into this video. I was live streaming this Platinum over on Twitch. I do live stream all my Platinum trophies and various other games over there, so if you want to follow me, there is a link for that down in the description below. It's twitch.tv/I'mSnickel. So anyway, going for Kamaitachi here, I could not find this boss for a long time. So if you know anything about this game, or if you know anything about the creator of this game, my man Gilson, he is quite the innovator here, and he always puts out the best PlayStation 4 exclusives. Always the best. Once a year we get a good game. I'm not sure what the styling was for this game when it comes to graphically, because we have like a cell-shaded character with a very low textured ground with, creatures or monsters that are textured, obviously, just pulling assets from other things, but that's fine as long as you pay for them, do as you please. But, yeah, a majority of these bosses, because all of the trophies in this game come down to, and you'll see at the end of the video, come down to just beating bosses. Just a textbook staple of a Gilson game. All of these bosses can be found around the map, and as you're looking here, they are those red shapes. So when you spawn into a map, when you go into one of the portals, and then you go into the map, you'll see that there's going to be shapes around the map. The yellow ones are just regular characters or regular enemies. They don't count towards anything. And then you're going to have the red shapes that are the monsters. Now, one thing that is very unfortunate about this game that Gilson's last game had was that when you go up to a monster, you don't know what that monster is. It doesn't give you a name. It doesn't give you any information about it. Now, all of the monsters do look different, so if you're able to kind of memorize what they look like, you'll know which ones you're going to go for. But it does suck that they don't give you a name. Because if you are trying to grind out one of them, it can be a little bit of a pain to figure out which one you need if you don't really remember what they look like. Now, our boss here, Kamaitachi, that boss there doesn't have a shape around him. Now, this is a Gilson first to throw us for a loop like this, so that was very interesting. But basically, Kamaitachi always spawns on the leftmost portal, and right when you spawn around, if you turn around basically all the way to the right, not fully 180 degrees to the right, but like 165 degrees to the right, and you run over there, you will see Kamaitachi here, which is a dragon, which is the same as like the Samwell games. I think it's the same enemy model. I have no idea, but you'll find him or her or it just chilling out over there, and you can fight it. Now, as for the fight, it's very simple. As you can see here, the technique, the big brain strategy that I'm using here to defeat this here monster is to basically, when it goes up in the air and it starts flying around, just keep dodging around in a circle because it'll spit a fireball at you, and then as it's landing, you can go swing away at it, and right when it starts going back up in the air, you can start rolling until it shoots its fireball, and then you go back over and you start swinging, and you do this for probably about 8 minutes or so, and then you'll eventually end up killing our boss here. As for all the other bosses, you kind of use the same strategy. You go in, swing 3 or 4 times, and then start rolling around, or you roll when you see the attack coming in at you. Unfortunately, as for all of the other Gilson exclusives here, you are dealing with a one-hit death. So if you do get hit one time, it's game over and you gotta restart. Which isn't the worst thing, because you can just go into any of the portals and find any of the enemies that you do have to fight. But again, as for Kamaitachi here, that's not going to be the case with those red shapes around the map, because it doesn't have a red shape. It's the only creature in the game that doesn't have a red shape around it. And I was a little confused when I was playing this on stream, because I did play it on stream for like 3 or 4 hours before this stream, and I could not find this boss. I ran to every single shape and I couldn't find him. And then I remembered when I was loading the game up that there was a dragon there. So is there a dragon enemy somewhere? And it turns out there is a dragon enemy. Here it is. Just doesn't have a shape, which is so confusing to me. Can we keep some consistency here? Can we give it a different color? Like, can we make it I don't know, orange. I mean, maybe not orange. I'm colorblind, so that may not work out the best. But can we give it a different color so we know that, like, this is kind of the boss of the game? Because I feel like this is kind of the boss, but I'm not sure if you have to defeat all of the other enemies before Kamaitachi spawns. I have no idea, but we are coming up to our final blows here, so here we go. Let's get a few more swings in. You can swing when it is in the air if you want to. That's a risky move because if the fireball hits you, which it could or could not, it's really interesting. So there's Kamaitachi, and then we will get the Platinum Trophy. I believe you pronounce that Tenna. You can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but that was an interesting experience, an interesting game. That gets me a majority of the Gilson games done, but anyway, let's take a look at this list. So here it is, 100% with a platinum, no DLC or anything. And as you're looking through the trophy list here, you're going to see that this is a textbook Gilson game, just defeating all of the enemies. Luckily, we do have the names in the descriptions, and it just doesn't say defeat enemy like some previous games, but there are some very interesting names, and I can give some credit there. Anyway, here is the profile, trophy level 541, 45%. I've got 12,473 total trophies, got 8,494 bronze, 2,761 silver, 1,029 gold, 189 platinums, and like I said, 12,473 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And then here's the platinum trophy again, Tenna, I believe is how you pronounce it. So if you are looking at playing any of the Gilson games, which I can't say that I would 100% suggest, they are all interesting. And even though they are even though they are basically asset flips, they do typically have very interesting ideas, and the whole like one-hit kill thing does add somewhat of a difficulty because you can't just go in swinging for everything. You do have to pay attention. But there are some nuances that are definitely irritating with the games. Number one, this game plays very, very clunky, even though there is a roll. If you roll and then you start attacking, you can't stop your attacks mid-attack. So if you're attacking and you need to reposition, because you kind of just start attacking straight ahead. So if you need to reposition, you can't do that. You have to stop attacking altogether, then reposition, and then start attacking, which is okay. But once you start attacking, you also can't roll. So if you do an attack and then you get swiped with a quick attack from the enemy, there's no way of dodging that roll because it's already predetermined what's going to happen there. So you have to pay attention and I guess not get greedy when it comes to that. Other than that, again, finding the bosses isn't really too bad. You can find any of the bosses in any of the locations. There's going to be 3 portals when you spawn into the game. You can go into either one of them, you'll find any of the bosses. Kamaitachi is the only one that I found will spawn in the leftmost portal. That's the only place that I've seen. And again, when you spawn in, you're going to turn to the right like 165 degrees, something like that, maybe like 167.8 degrees, and run straight, and you will eventually see Kamaitachi, which again will not have that red shape. So you won't even know that it's there because there's no shape to tell you it's there. So that's what you're kind of dealing with. If I had to talk numbers for this game, so difficulty out of 10 to get this platinum, you're looking at a 2 or a 3. The only reason I give it that high is because you do have the one-hit kill, so you do have to somewhat pay attention. But with the time that you're going to be spending, which should be around 2 to 3 hours, I would say on average, maybe even less, there's not too much of a headache that you're going to have to deal with. And if something screws up, it's not like you have to completely replay a 40-hour game. You're only talking about, a 15-minute cycle or 15-minute loop that you'll have to go back through. So and again, the 2 or 3 difficulty is definitely coming from the one-hit kill. If you didn't have the one-hit kill and you had some health, I would definitely bump that down. But I'm hesitant to give it a 3 because I feel like that's being too hard. But I'm hesitant to give it a 2 because it's not like super easy. I would probably give it more of a 2 than a 3 because it's really not too difficult at all. So 2 out of 10, 2 to 3 hours, I would say at most. It took me a lot more because I didn't even know where the hell Kamaitachi spawned, so I spent a lot of time trying to get this done. Plus, I went on a vacation from when I started the game to when I finished it, so that added a few weeks on, so I am the slowest achiever as of now, so please don't take that from me. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have played this game, haven't heard of it, anything like that. Also, down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff. My Twitter, my Twitch, other videos like this, my Discord server, a website where you can buy some energy supplements. So if you want to go check any of that stuff stuff out. That's all linked down in the description below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. And if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.